That's fair. I guess you don't need to. Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to this Champions group stage match, Group B, between myself and Homer Steele. I'm practicing very hard for this race, as you can see. I hope everyone's doing well today. It's going to be a pleasure. I think me and Homer Steele are pretty much ready. I assure you. Okay's ready.
Hey! I'm endorsing a new cola, kids! And this one isn't poisonous to anybody!
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the pathetic stuff you have to do. Try new improved Buzz Cola.
Cola. Must get Buzz Cola. Piece of cake. Cake. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. Wow, this car sure can take a beating. Hey, Apu.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete. Go back home and...
It's crashing time! Go! Take that! Coming through! Out of control! Oh, I think I broke something. In your face! Woohoo!
Homer, go...
Even Springfield. Let's do this thing!
Watch out!
Sweet! What's next? Blender's cooler. I gave it to Bart.
Alright, I might as well commentate. Tell me if the audio levels are fine.
Bee thingy! Woohoo! Ow! My neck! Almost done. Now I need Flanders' stupid picture of a stupid family.
I don't know. So, Homer of Steel is off a good start.
Okay, last one. Now where did I leave Rod's stupid inhaler? Duh, on top of the dump truck. Oh, out of control.
I mean, he has a 160.
Gotta return this stuff before the cops find me sitting around talking to myself. I am
It'll be
excelente.
very interesting to see if Axie can keep up.
Looks harder than it is.
Axie gets some experience.
Woohoo! Flanders, look! I'm so talented and good looking.
both runners are finishing up Petty Theft Homer and on to Office Space. And actually is doing a good enough job to... It's early on, so the differences in skill won't be too apparent yet.
Watch it.
Let's see. And not a great Lenny push from Homer of Steel.
Barney, can I... Let's do this thing! Piece of cake! Yay!
And that's definitely an improvement from Nancy. And Smithers is a very interesting mission, especially with recent developments. Hopefully we'll see the new strat from Homer of Steel.
That's as easy as
Maxie looks like he's going for traffic car. I didn't see if he was getting magic ones or not. Okay, Homer of Steel gets a good first hit on Smithers. He's probably gonna finish him off with the ground pound. Oh. Took 3.
Convertible! I
That's
just waxed an
unfortunate.
undercoat.
But he gets the ESS.
How can I... It's crashing time!
And, of course, the
Soaring like a
walking
candy wrapper in
backwards
an
blind big
updraft.
brother.
If you're so smart, how come I
Maxie
broke
does
you? Not like
pretty
anyone
decent
likes these
Badger
things.
Blast, actually. That's very well executed.
Stupid like a fox. Bart will clean this mess up later. If you're so smart, how come I broke you? Not like anyone likes these things. Finally.
We're
Oh, that
really
was
starting
too
to
easy.
see Homer of Steel's lead
Can you come and...
widen. And it's only going to get wider. Unless Axie can really lock in and give us some
In other news, local citizens
great
are outraged
gameplay.
over the discovery of surveillance cameras throughout the town. We go now to City Hall, where Mayor Quimby is fielding questions from an angry mob.
These miniature cameras are an outrage. Spying on our women's dressing rooms, bathrooms, and locker rooms is unforgivable. I think I speak for all Springfielders when I say, where is the sexy footage?
In other unexplained news, strange black vans have been appearing all over town.
Marge, that black van is spying on us.
Oh, homie, you're so sexy when you're paranoid.
Sweet. Let's do this thing.
This is the worst town.
Bart did it. I blame society. Nothing lasts forever. Possessions are fleeting. Not a very good driver. My mission. Can you come and get me?
Okay,
I'll
Homer
pay you
of
in
Steel
back, Rob.
getting ESS. His coins are
Oh, the vibrations
Alright,
tickling my
I
feet.
guess.
We're number one. We're number one. Mr. Burns,
I'll do my best.
piece of cake. Okay.
Axie's coins are about the same, but if he gets a wasp here,
Nice girls, finish fast.
Axie has significantly his whole wasp head. It's a bit behind in time, but you know, that wasp makes all the difference. Of course, I'm getting very fast builds.
Eat my dust.
You almost nicked
Let's see what Axie's Bone Storm game looks
If
like.
only
I'm king
Okay,
of the world.
nice second hit. There's a good pace so far.
Hey, Homer. It's crashing time. And people say I'm slow.
Alright,
Wait a
it's
minute.
gonna get the 7.
That was an insult.
Nice. It's gonna get it before the shortcut. 8, 9. Come on. Is he gonna go back for the shortcut? No, he's going straight. That's a good one. You don't wanna go back after that. Finishes
See my com-
Homer
Everyone
with a
doesn't
time
want me.
10:41. That's really good.
I gotta get the. You got it.
I'm just gonna adjust the audio a bit.
It's Bart time.
Okay,
All right.
now
I'll get you, Bart. Just like I got Charlie and
Bart
Dan.
1.
Afraid not.
Afraid so.
Afraid not.
Afraid so. Dan, you're
It's a
right.
very close
Dan
race. Bowman's.
That was totally awesome. Mine. All mine. Smell you later, stink
At least in
gator.
terms of
Killer.
coins, it's a close race. We don't have to worry about time.
Too late. Get it up for America's bad boy. It's time for some road rage. Bart Simpson style. You're all mine. Only gonna get Bart Simpson at your service. I'll never lose these love handles.
That's some good sports car RNG. Nice.
Woo, nice one. I don't remember
That's
this being here
true.
before.
Axie's timer is ahead, dog. So I think
Gimme.
Axie, I mean, he'll get to his finishing time faster, logically, so he's gonna win.
How about a hard one?
Sorry, Bob.
No problemo.
Okay, Axie gets the
Get this much
escape.
exercise. You're all mine. Nice driving, man. One doesn't.
Okay, let me see how the Gamma is. Oh, only one person Gamma. And 1K on Homer of Steel. It's a very safe bet, but I mean, you're not gonna get anything except for your own channel points if Homer of Steel wins.
Not the detailing. Ralph, we're
Fireworks, eh? You're looking at 5 life sentences of community.
I fought the law and I won. The Bartman knows all. Hey,
Alright,
Chop,
on to Voxner duty,
fine by me.
where, according to the story,
Whoa,
we have
little
to
kid.
drive with a comic book guy
Could have avoided that.
so he can go to the internet cafe and access, I think, what is it, like alt.furryanimal News.net or something to talk about Icky and Squeaky or comic books or something. Yeah, I don't know if at the time furries were a thing that this came out. Because furry animals is just, you know, like a blog with, you know, cute cat pictures maybe. Not cat people.
I gotta play. No problemo.
But I feel like comic book guy would
Fastball
be
eaters.
the type of person to go to a furry convention.
It's a really bad day. I didn't
Chat,
do it.
who is the most likely to be a furry amongst the Simpsons? Or amongst Shadowrunners? No, actually, it's amongst the Simpsons. Riveting. Talking points. Oof, Axie getting having to warp, and that is the I think it's the longest warp in the game. The longest panning screen.
Let's hit the town. I don't remember these being here before. Whoa, wicked. Hey, sprint. Time to rock.
And Homer Steel, like, he is so optimal in the way he drives. It's ridiculous.
Safe and sound.
How good he is at this game.
You cheated, cheater. Woo, nice one.
Okay, actually going for this wasp. Very interesting. Not going for the push. Here we go. Also gets
Oh, now
highway
come
jump.
on.
Oh, he does? Oh no. Oh no. He did go for the trick kill and he shouldn't have. Oh god. Axie.
Now to find a satellite dish.
And Homer Steel finishes Barton Frink.
Hey there, Mr. You got it.
Dirtloop is a very punishing strategy if you get it wrong. Okay. Now we're gonna see some better than beef. And I haven't been following, but apparently
I don't remember these being here before.
I think I heard there's like a faster cycle you can get on better than beef. Because those are new contests. I think using the new going around the train rather than through the cycle, you can time it to get out of the train cycle. I haven't been following, but we'll see. See what Hamster does here. Yeah, I think. Oh, we got a bit caught there, so I don't know if he got what he wanted out of that. I think if he was a little bit faster, he wouldn't have been slowed down by the train on the exit. Actually going for a highway jump.
Move it or lose it, cool. Alright.
It,
Gimme.
I'm not a fan of that. I think if you know you're gonna miss, it might be better to just reset e-brake boost.
Rusty Brook.
And he headbutts the Krusty Burger, as you do.
You expect.
Full speed ahead. So glad to be of service. Hi,
Yes, Homer of Steel is the world record holder with a time of 1:16:48.
I need your truck.
And everyone kind of thought he was joking when he said 1:16 was possible, and then he just did it.
Easy peasy.
Because it's just ridiculous. Like, not too long ago, like 118 kind of felt like a hard, not a hard limit, but it would. I think the craziest thing about it is that there was no big thing discovered. Right? There's just lots and lots of little things and lots of optimizations to get from like 118 to 116. Because like I think like the last big thing discovered was 7-7 with Jump Zone. And that was when we had a 118. So to get like almost 2 minutes off of the world record, when all you've got is like Smithers with 16 seconds, some Apu quality of life, like stuff that just helps with RNG. And Homer 2, there have been like tons of like 1 second and 2 second optimizations. Yes, nice reminder from Doc that Axie's timer is ahead, which means he's winning.
Hello, drivers. Got a little situation here.
Welcome.
All right, that was so cool. Here's your last. Fine by me.
Yes, it's a very close race between Homer of Steel and Axie.
Laws of physics. Whoa,
Okay, Homer's
wicked.
still getting
Take that.
our first car, our first sellouts car.
I didn't do it. Jump to light speed.
And just in case anyone isn't aware, that's a joke about the timer. In reality, the player that's ahead in the game is winning. Having a timer with a bigger number doesn't really do much. It just means that they started the run like 5 seconds earlier than the other runner.
Alright. Whoa, wicked. I should do that more often. Hope that didn't break my memory card.
Axie misses construction marks. And Homer's still getting a bad last war.
Whoa! My dad'll pay for
This
all the damages.
is... Let's see, that is... wow. I missed that. That is incredibly slow. Right? That's a very slow last car.
Well done.
Let's see.
The king! Attention
At
call!
22:30. Yeah, it's slow for Homer of Steel. At 22:30 is so usually
Hello, Springfield.
like Homer of Steel and the top runners will go for like a low 22. Sometimes they'll get a 21, like 50 something. I think 2240 or 2140s are possible. I don't know if anyone's gotten that yet. But yeah, 22:30 would be very slow for Homer of Steel's level. But for any other runner, even second place, I think a 22:30 is that like second place would continue over on 22:30. I think. I have to double check that with Kelvin. But yeah, it's ridiculously good bar 2 exit time. just not for Homer of Steel.
Now to get.
Pissed off 8-year-old coming through. Easy as pie. Millhop. The time for action is now. I hope kids at home don't imitate my hitchhiking. The school of the streets. Millhop? I've gotta go.
See how Axie on the 4th card. And will Axie get a better sellouts than Homer of Steel? He does.
I hope these are recyclable.
I mean, pack it up right there. Axie got a better sellouts than Homer of Steel. I mean, if that's any indication of how this one is gonna go. I mean, whoever bet 1K channel points on Homer of Steel is looking like a fool there.
There goes my college money.
Okay, nice, he gets the cutscene's good. I mean, it's anyone's game.
Kid power! Watch where you're going.
And Millhouse falls down.
Politely.
But of course, if anyone who doesn't know, if Millhouse falls or jumps off a cliff, you just need to look behind you and he'll climb back up instantly.
Put pornography in the vital magazines.
Let's just do this thing.
This is not good for my insurance.
Gotta go. Thank goodness for seatbelts.
Jiminy crickets. Whoa, no. Eat pickup, city folks. I am a lean, mean, Vindaloo machine. 300 horsepower.
Yes, Axie and Homer of Steel are in the same level.
The part's still missing and I'm not closer to finding it.
I don't know if it will be
Professor Brink at the observatory.
how
He seems to know
big
everything.
the difference in skill would have to be
Sure.
for like Homer to be in Marge while Axie is like in Lisa. Well, like entering like at this early in the level. I guess the question will be if Homer of Steel enters level 7 before Axie leaves Apu. That would be, I don't know. I think
Am I old enough to drink coffee?
that would be a big difference. Okay, Homer's still getting pushing auto.
Otto.
And I don't have my audio on, so I don't hear my own voice, but is Homer still on English?
Simpson?
Because I think that might have,
Hello, Springfield.
I think that would have crashed the game if he did that on French. Talking to him while Otto's getting up.
Wow, my hair.
I think. Did Axie get a fake bust? I wasn't paying attention to the coins. But he's got good, really good coins. If he got busted, and he still has 900, or like 1,000 coins pretty much, that would be
Hope Bart gets blamed for that.
really good coins for Axie. And it still is really good coins for Axie. Like, Axie is playing well, I think. It just doesn't look that way when he's side by side with the Homer of Steel.
Taking it to it's empty. What's going on in this town? Air? Excuse me. Here we are, safe and sound. The time for action is now.
Now we're on to Slithery Sleuthing. I think this is probably one of the worst missions in the game. because it's so RNG based, and also there's so much compromise with how you do it. Because if you stay close to Snake, you're risking missing a bad. If there's a bad drop, you risk missing it. You also risk Snake crashing into the stairs. But if you stay far away from Snake, you risk Snake not dropping the third drop. And, you know, you have to, like, take risks if you want to go for the mid. So that's why I think Homer of Steel stayed back there. It's not like every other level in the game where there's, like, a correct way to do it. Because I think the optimal way to do it is also not something you want to do in a race, because if you get a bad drop, you might lose the race because of it. So I think in a race it's better to stay back and just not try too hard for the minute. Because I think Homer of Steel stayed close to Wiggle until the second drop didn't drop on time. And I think there was a point where you just have to stay back and just not go for the net. Which is, it's why I don't like the mission as like a speedrun mission. Because it's so RNG dependent, and it's so, there's also the AI of Snake's car smashing into the wall. There's just so many variables. I think people also say Barton Frink is a big, it has a lot of variables, and when you consider sports car RNG, yeah, it's very, your time can vary a lot. I don't know if there's any other missions aside those two that are, I guess the other like bad mission I think for speedrunning is what's it called? Wolves. Wolves Stole My Pills is very, there's just a lot of weird stuff that can go wrong. I'm still going for the phone booth, and it works. I think phone booth strat is, at least in Lisa, it's very consistent. If you try phone booth Smithers, it has not gone well. Oh no, Axie and Homer of Steel, two big fails at the same time. But Axie, it's not that bad for Axie, but missing boat jump. Okay, you got it second try. Let's look at coins. I don't know what coins are supposed to look like here, but he missed the wasp. I don't think Homer of Steel's coins are what he would want at this point. But let's see. I'm curious if Homer of Steel. I don't think. Oh no! That's a fail. I wonder if Axie can catch up with all this failing Homer of Steel is doing. Oh no! Is that gonna be a second fail? Oh, that was the skin of his teeth. Is he gonna get the wasp though, is the question. Quickie Wasp. This could be a very annoying position. I mean, it is just failing like that. And then, okay, he had a lot of time to get that wasp. That's interesting. And is he going for the Calvin strat, or is he just blocking? Oh, he's going for, I don't know if we should call it, is it the Calvin? I guess Calvin kind of, did he discover it or popularize it? Or, I'm not sure. But he does it, so I'm calling it the Calvin strat. Homer of Steel is not doing it. So yeah, it's not it seems difficult. And at least if you fail the original strat, Donut Fire, there are other ways to kind of fix it. Although you don't want to fail it. And Donut Fire it's not too hard to do correctly. So I'm not sure if this new one, I think it saves like 3 seconds. So it's a lot of risk for 3 seconds. But it might also be a skill issue from Homer of Steel. We'll see if that strat becomes a thing, or if it gets forgotten.
Excuse Marge Simpson at your service.
Actually going to win at least one split. I think he already won subouts. And he might win Donut Fire. He'd probably win, yeah, 4-1. Seems like an easy one, considering how badly Homer of Steel messed that up. The great thing about this game is that, yes, even the world record holder can have a skill issue. That's partially because, first of all, this is a long speedrun. Like, I mean, it's not, you know, like a super duper long speedrun. It's like multiple hours. But, like, ASM has a speedrun. It's like an hour and 16 to 30, 40, 50 minutes that is long. There's a lot of mistakes in it, but also hit and run as a category, or as a game in general, it's not like, you know, Super Mario Bros. Where it's all muscle memory. There's a lot of thinking you have to do on the fly in this game. First of all, traffic and pedestrians, and hit and run being a thing. If you hit enough objects, the police will come after you and lose coins. And that's the other thing, coins are like, basically the second, aside from your actual time in this game, coins are super important. Like, I think that's what makes this a really good speed game, is, like I was talking earlier about how RNG is usually bad when it feels unfair, but I think coins in this game really add like a replayability to the speedrun, because you never know what coins you will need, what coins you'll miss, what coins you'll lose. And obviously, like, that randomness, I think that's the good kind of randomness in this speed game. Okay, Axie, maybe he won't get a faster split time. They're both going for the blocking strat. Yeah, I think there have been a lot of, I think, quality of life improvements in terms of the Wasp cycle that have definitely improved consistency with coins, and also understanding Wasp collision, which I'm not going to get into. Anyone new to this game, Wasps are arguably like the most complicated mechanic in any game I've seen. And the crazy thing about it is that I don't think any of that complexity is intentional. I think Wasp behavior seems intentional, the way that is. But Wasp collision, like, I don't know why they own why they did that the way they did. It might have just been they just didn't know how. Like with the way they coded shower, maybe they just didn't know how to have something break collision. And then for that collision to come back with the next wasp spawn. Because the wasp, like every time a wasp spawns, it's kind of using the same wasp that came before. So if you kill a wasp before, and that one respawns in a different location, that collision is gone now. So maybe they just didn't know how to maintain it. I'm not sure, but it's interesting. We're now on to wolves. Oh, the other RNG thing, that top runners like Homer of Steel, and of course like Axie, top runner, do not like about this game is Canyon Arrow. There's a lot of complaints. There's a lot of whining and complaining from top runners about the randomness and how unfair Marge feels. Except for Kelvin. Kelvin loves Marge for some reason. I guess he just understands Canyon Arrow. I don't know. But especially on high FPS. The higher FPS, the more volatile car physics is. So if you go over a small bump, it will launch you. And they harness that speed to kind of go faster. But in Marge, the Canyon Arrows is very unpredictable. And this level, the Home of One Marge map, has, especially in the trailer yard area, has like so much weird bumps. So yeah, driving in the Canyon Arrow is not fun, and losing a run to it is very much not fun. The other thing that top runners really like to complain about is wonky driving. And I think everyone likes to complain about wonky driving. But I feel like when you're not a top runner, it's kind of like this funny thing that, yeah, it'll reduce your time a bit, but I mean, I'm not good at the game either way, so yeah, I mean, it's kind of like catching a unicorn, you know? But I think there's this weird thing where if you get wonky driving once, you're more likely to get it again. And if you're a top runner who plays a lot, if you get like one wonky driving and then you get a few, one after another, and it kills your run, that can be frustrating. I don't know if there should be a fix for it, but I think like with Marge and with Canyon Arrow being annoying, like Kelvin is kind of like the only one who doesn't seem to hate Marge. Everyone else seems to hate Marge. But with wonky driving, I think everyone's in union about how much they hate that. D-Tops, okay, D-Tops. Yeah, you're a top runner. I'm curious what people's opinions are on Marge. I like Marge personally. I think it's fun. But Homer of Steel, what's D-Top style? Hold on, let me check. Listen. You're one above me. You're literally the place above me. That makes you a top runner, in my view.
Slow and steady.
And it's funny that this game has come such a long way that sub 130 isn't top runner material apparently, according to D-Tops anyway. And I get that, because we have
Marge Simpson.
Sub 117 now. And you know, in a lot of other games, there's a much closer top rankings. So like in a lot of other games, you'll have like a hard limit at the top. You know, ours would be 116, and you'd have like a bunch of runners: 116, 117, 117, 180, 118. But with Char, there's like, let me see, there's 116, and then it jumps to 118. With Calvin close to 117. But still, that's like a 2 minute, well, it's technically like 1 minute and 20 seconds, but it's, you know, it's 2 minute brackets. And then it goes 2 118s, 1 119, 1 121, so skipping 120, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runners at 122. So if you look at the leaderboards, it's almost like 122 is
I'll do my best.
kind of like that hard limit, it seems, for a lot of runners.
I'll do my best.
Except for the top runners. The tippy top. I feel like 122 is a top runner time.
Get you, you evil cola bottlers and distributors.
122 will fall. The great 122 wall. I mean, an even bigger wall is the 129 wall of, like... Okay, am I gonna count how many runners have a 129? Let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Something like 13. I don't know if I counted that right, but... I think that's just because 130, sub 130 is... It's kind of like the goal for... I think anyone who doesn't play this game as like a full-time job, if you just play it like on the evenings, sub 130 is kind of like... It's a doable goal if you're good at the game, right? I think anything below that definitely requires a lot of work, but you can get sub 130 just by learning decent enough strats that aren't like super hard, and there's some hard ones, but you just have to learn the route basically and just continue to optimize it. As I say, as someone who doesn't have one. Okay, listen, here's how Axie can win.
You took my precious cola,
Boat jump help.
Need the courage to take off my shirt in the station locker room.
Here's how Axie can win. 36 Lisa bad run. Axie, you got a better sellouts than Horror Steel. And I think you got a better 4-1. Horror Steel really messed that up. Sub 130 pace. Is it 36? 36 can get sub 130. Axie, I just want a 134. A 134 is respectable.
This is just between me and you, random.
What I want to see from Axie is
Oh, no.
his Homer 2
This is just between me and you.
is the reason he hasn't PB'd. Specifically, I think 7-3. So I think it was probably a good idea for Axie to play on 160. If he learns 7-2, first of all. If he went up to high FPS and he's still doing 7.3, I don't think that's the move. If like your mortal enemy of 7.3, like that's harder on high FPS. That's a harder mission on high FPS to get out of bounds. So we'll see. So I don't have a sub 130, so I'm kind of interested to see if Axie gets sub 130 before me on Speed Simpsons in a tourney race against the Homer of Steel to steal his thunder, steal his Homer.
Could I possibly get a ride? This is not good for my insurance.
What Homer of Steel is doing there with the phone booth,
Giant guns.
that strat is super risky. Ooh, that is a bad drop. Behind the fire, he had to thread the needle in between the fire trucks to even get that drop. That is a disaster. But it's very impressive. Like getting the phone booth ESS in this mission is like for anyone who doesn't know, like this mission it's kind of deceptive with how easy it is to fail. Like it's one of those missions where you'll be fine until you're not, and if you're not fine, then you might like failing is pin pals. No pin pals. Okay.
Taking on?
It's very easy to fail, and it's very embarrassing to fail.
Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4
But
times.
when you get ESS in the middle of it, then the likelihood you'll fail is a lot higher. And I don't know how to deal with traffic.
Whoa, no!
Axie, is Axie going to go on church side?
Behavior. Your failure shames you! Yes, you!
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, details. They come at you fast. And the roads are narrow at the most likely fail point. So if you get traffic there, if you mess up a little, there's like a specific point where I guess the cola truck will just like gun it. Because I think distance in this game, it's fully about bird's eye view. So if you're kind of trapped in like that narrow construction area, while the cola truck, he's going into the direction of like Moe's and then to the train yard. I think that's a big like bird's eye distance gap for what's relatively a small like road distance. So it's really, it's almost like the cola truck is escaping you know?
What in the hell were you thinking?
The cola truck has like the easiest escape in the game from you, from the player.
Quickly! I am the greatest driver in all the land.
Okay, nice baby van.
Hello, famous.
And Axie, I'm doing a lot of yapping.
The smell of fresh air is much more pleasing than the
Let's see if
odor of
Axie gets this
buttermilk.
third cola truck. Oh, straight on the fence. Okay, I'm still missing the donut. Let's see, Axie is gonna finish with a 53 exit time.
Get out of the way!
Which I think there are runners who can get sub 130 with a 53.
Could I possibly get a ride?
With a 53 mark, I think.
I've seen such a four-wheel disgrace. Just give me a minute to catch my breath.
Like, let me try and calculate that. How much would Apu, if he got, he's got a very slow Homer too, but 53. Oh, does he get the push? Oh, still getting the Wiggum push. That's really good.
What were you thinking, son?
I mean, yeah, you can reasonably get a sub 130 with the 53 mark. If you get like an 11-minute part 2, which is doable. And Apu, I think you just need like a good Apu. If you get sub 15, then you don't even need a sub 10 Homer 2 to get a sub 130. So if you can get a sub 110, well, yeah. What's going on with Axie? Okay, I think I guess he just really needed to do something. But anyway, his pizza delivery arrived.
I should sleep more.
But yes, Homer Steel and Axie are on the same level. In skill, questionable. Same level in the game, yes, they are technically both in Apu. So Homer Steel and Axie are on the same level. You know, that's what makes this race so exciting.
Hey, move it, Whitey! Never have I seen such a four-wheel disgrace. I have surprisingly acrobatic.
I didn't see what route Homer Steel went, but there's a new strat in this game where you can, I say new, or Hamster kind of discovered it months ago, but it's newly being implemented, where you can do a boost up the
What were you thinking, son? This is not good for my insurance.
this ramp here,
What the hell were you
and he's not going for it, but if you do the boost up that ramp there, you can land on top of the monorail, and you can essentially do that portion backwards, which means you skip the stairs climb up, and you skip, it avoids some weird wasp shenanigans with wasp behavior. It avoids the stairs, and you get kind of like monorail box for free, essentially. So it saves a good bit of time and helps with the coin grab, because your car lands basically on top of the monorail box, meaning runners don't have to worry about like, oh, I don't know if I'm getting, do I need to get monorail? Are my coins good?
I am the victim of chicanery most.
But the one issue with that is it's a trick in a game or in a mission that's previously didn't have any tricks in it.
Better hurry. Last time I left this store,
And people don't like
phone number
introducing new, like, potentially random, you know, strats into games if it was previously consistent.
miles on such behavior.
I think it's about a 5-second time save. So I think in a lot of other speed games, 5-second time save is, like, there's not much of a question about it. Like, oh, there's a new time save discovered, let's implement it, let's learn it, it's gonna be better. But in this game, like when you sit down and do a run, minimum you're dedicating yourself to with Homer Steel 1 hour and 16 minutes and 48 seconds. But realistically, you're dedicating like multiple hours. So 5 seconds for risking killing a run, you kind of have to question, like, is this worth it? And I think Char has had a lot of strats a lot of time saves not being implemented because of that. Because of the randomness in this game. It is very interesting to me.
It makes no sense. Yeah, mindless destruction.
And I think that's part of why Homer Steel was able to get a 160. Because if you look at like strat videos in Sharkboard, there's like a treasure trove of kind of hidden, like not implemented strats, mainly from Hamster. And with one of those strats, it's really up in the air whether or not the strat is like a meme or whether it'll actually could be implemented. Pizza delivery or not? Oh wait, I'm reading chat. Okay, he gets the fast curator. See if Axie goes for it. But yeah, I think anyone can become a top-level Char runner, like, if they can do it as a full-time job. But I feel like the more runners that kind of run this game... Oh, 59-59. Thanks for catching that, QTP. So we got a sub 1 hour Apu from Homer Steel. Let me compare that to his world record. So what did he get in the world record? Probably got like a 58 Apu or something ridiculous. I actually haven't watched the world record. Yeah, 58. Yeah, you got a 58 Apu. In his world record, but sub 1 hour Apu is one of the hardest. His exit time goals. So like people say like there's a few exit times that are very coveted in this game. So a sub 11 Homer 1. For top runners, a sub 22 Bart 1. But for anyone, a sub 23, even a sub 24 is really good. Sub 21 is like top runners rarely get that. I think Homer still got a 22:30. Oh, is there audio issues? So I can't hear the game audio. So tell me if there's any issues.
Out of my way, man.
Sounds super high pitched. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I've had this issue when restreaming. It's your end. Yeah. I've had this issue when restreaming. And it happened yesterday, but there's definitely an issue with how I'm doing it that's causing it to be high pitched. So I'll try and figure that out the next time I restream. Hopefully it's not too distracting.
Mine, all mine. Sweet, you're all mine.
Bored.
Perfection. Thy name is Bart. Krusty, listen. Fine by me. All right.
Okay, we've got the boarding mission, so I might switch to Axie. To Axie's game.
That was totally awesome. I don't remember this being here before. Woo, nice one. Oh, this is too cool for school. Whoa, wicked. That was totally awesome.
Hurry up or my arranged ride was just like this.
Gimme. Wow, that was good.
She might break it.
I just realized I had both audios on, both game audios. And I had my
Lisa did it.
mic off. I'm a great streamer.
Boy. Professor Fr-
But anyway, on to
No
the next
problemo.
mission.
You got it.
So Horace got a 59-59 Apu exit. So we'll be able to see if
Oops.
we'll be able to easily time. Oh no,
Eat my
traffic.
dust eaters.
How good his Bart 1 or Bart 2 is if he gets a slip tag. Is this the promised slip on 31?
My skull. My beautiful skull.
He got a 53 Marge, and then at some point
Time
in
for some road rage. Bart
Apu,
Simpson style.
he kind of just stopped playing the game for a few seconds. So I don't think this is
Whoa,
the
wicked.
slip on. We'll see what his Apu exit time is.
Woo, nice one.
See how this armored truck goes first.
Nice driving, man.
Oh, traffic.
If I show
Okay.
Fraser been to Krusty, he'll have to believe me.
And it looks fine. Maybe it'll get stuck. I have no idea what getting stuck looks like.
Breaker, this is Bart Simpson. Principal
That sounds like a high
Bart
FPS issue.
Simpson at your service. Eat asphalt eaters.
I'll educate you a new
He's
one.
getting the wasps. Is that the correct thing to do on high FPS?
Hope this car
I mean,
can take it.
Take that.
I
I'll
guess he needs
educate
the
you a new
coins,
one.
right?
I blame Mr. Now for the
Like, he
people
needed the
Krusty.
coins, but
And if he doesn't believe me now, I'll
this
be
is
glad
some.
he would. Krusty,
Actually, the destruction isn't that slow on 160. Interesting. So I guess he was able to do it that way. But I think on a high FPS, usually you want to route that section out of the run, because you save like a tiny bit of time going the other way through the train yard. I don't know, I've never timed it. He's kicking Snake. I don't think that's very nice. See how Axie's curator goes. I think Axie kind of has a notorious curator. His coins are okay. He doesn't need to risk going for Gazebo if he's going for like fast track. Taking a lot of risks here. But he has the time, he has the time. Yeah, he's not going for Gazebo. So that's a good call. And he doesn't get a fast curator. I'm just seeing Homer Seal. Okay, getting boat jump. Nice. And oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think this is the run for Axie. Oh no! That was a real bust. What, right? I think still 387.
Sweet.
Like obviously if you want a fast Homer 2 time, I think I mean, he would have been like I think top level runners really like their coins are very safe entering Homer 2. So like getting a bust before zombie car, like at this point, like right before entering Homer 2 is probably the best place in this game to get busted, because there's so many good coins you can get in Homer 2. Oh, and here's the question. I didn't see exactly, but was there a point in this game? I think there was a brief moment in this game where Axie and Homer of Steel were both in Bart 2. I think we had, when Axie was he had to talk to Apu. I think there was a brief moment where, but RTA, yes. Alright, Axie is ahead on the RTA. So I don't know, maybe they weren't. I'll have to do the calculation on that, but yeah, maybe Homer still got to Homer 2 before Axie got into Bart 2. What is Axie doing? See?
It was like that when I got here. Hi, I'm Mark. I am Mark. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. Oh, yeah. Stretch the legs and the crotch. Oh.
Okay. For anyone unfamiliar with Hit and Run, especially with the speed run, this last level, Homer 2, has so many strategies that basically it's a completely different game to the other levels you've seen up till now. Every other level you know, you play The Simpsons Hit and Run, but with this, there's so many out of bounds. There's so many, and it's not easy to get out of bounds. It's a very high level like there's also no coins. So Homer 2 is very much like a more classic speedrun, 100% skill based, muscle memory, high skill. We're gonna see zombie car jump, 7-2 yeet, and that looks good, and he gets it. I'm gonna fully commentate Homer's 2 out of bounds. I'm gonna fully commentate this level because he gets the out of bounds here, and what he wants to do is he's standing outside just so the alien car goes faster, and now he's driving towards the power plant, but a little off to the side so he doesn't spawn it. And once he spawns it, or he doesn't want to spawn that area, so he resets here. Essentially drove past the checkpoint, so it doesn't spawn the area, so you can do this route, which is 7-3 out of bounds with the overcar. And if you tilt your car like that on the edge of the bounds, it gives you infinite, I think, pretty much infinite speed. And he can just instantly, like, drive all the way to the alien car. And the reason why this level is so broken, because pretty much every mission is driving between the school and the nuclear power plant. And because the game was kind of unfinished, usually there's the rich people area in between, and the nuclear power plant and the rich people area in between the school and the other side of the power plant. But because this game was unfinished, they kind of just cut that part out of the last level, and you can see, you get a glimpse of it, but it's all out of bounds. And that strat, zombie car, I think, I might be wrong, but I think you use the pull of the UFO a little bit to gain enough speed to clear that jump. I might be wrong about that, but I think that's how it works. And he's parking in that position right there to set up for the next trick, which is, so this next out of bounds requires you to kind of bounce perfectly. So if you, basically, with the nuclear waste in this game, if you hit a wall too hard, the wall gets destroyed. But if you hit a wall not hard enough, your car won't bounce. So there's like this perfect in-between, where you have to hit the wall, the zombie car won't bounce, you have to steer it into the wall, and then the climb is very strange, where you have to kind of, oh, and that didn't work, so he has to try again. The climb is very awkward, where, oh no, he's gonna have to restart. And good thing the waste was destroyed there, because if you restart when the waste isn't destroyed, what happens is the waste would still be on the zombie car, and it can cause a crash. And that's not fun. And if you're in that situation, I think the best thing to do is to main menu warp. Yeah, if you see that, there's no way to easily, so like, that right there is very much, the car's like, has to kind of be a wheel, kind of on a wheelie, but leaning against the wall. And to have, yeah, the front wheels have to be as close to the ground as possible, but if they touch the ground while you're doing that trick, you basically have to do the trick again, but they have to be just barely not touching the ground, so you can charge a boost to climb the wall. And basically the closer they are to the ground, the easier the climb is. And if the wheels are too high, if they're like above a 45-degree angle, then you can't do the climb at all, almost, and you essentially have to get out of the zombie car so the wheels slowly fall down. It's a whole thing. There's a whole thing, like, with that trick. It's so much more. And with this trick, this is gonna be like the one we saw before, the jump in the cemetery, except we're abusing a thing called jump zone, where if you're on a ramp, the game puts you in a state where you can get infinite. Oh, he's going for the yeet. Okay. Oh, and he fails it. So he went for a more difficult version of that, where you just like drive straight through it. But we're gonna see the proper setup here. But the reason he got out of his car and let the alien car hit him is because he was parked on top of a ramp. And when you're outside of the car, and your car is on a ramp and it gets pushed off the ramp or rolls off the ramp, it maintains that jump zone state, meaning it'll have infinite acceleration, it'll be very bouncy, because when you're flying up a ramp, I guess the game developers wanted you to be able to like get a lot of height, so they kind of like made a new version of the car physics just for ramps that we figured out how to access, how to maintain while off a ramp. and we're gonna see this again here, but out of bounds, it's even harder because you can't even see the ramp or the bump in the road. So there's very, and it's out of bounds, so there's very difficult like visual cues you have to memorize. But he got it very quickly, very impressive. And you can see how fast he's moving and how difficult it is to slow down. And this out of bounds here wouldn't be possible without jump zone, without like parking on a ramp, getting out of the car, letting the car kind of roll off the ramp a little bit. Okay, Homer Steel. And he gets it. That's GG. So, sub 120 in a tournament is no difficult task. That's GG right there. Four one does suck. Your 4-1 was that was painful to watch.
Gimme. Oh man, this sucks.
Now, I don't have the overlay that lets you just watch Axie's thing, so we'll still have Homer's screen on the side here for the rest of the run, unfortunately, but it's fine. Well, we can see Axie. We can see Axie's screen just fine. It would be nice if I had the overlay that let you just watch Axie's screen, though. But yes, congrats to Homer Steel for winning. And soon we'll see Axie's Homer too, which I want to see. I want to see. I think if Axie gets a good 7-3, I consider that a win for Axie. I think Axie got a faster sellouts, probably a faster full one. He probably got a faster full one. I don't think he failed at the beginning. And I don't know what other splits that Axie got faster in, if any.
Mine, all mine. What's my name? Booyah.
As soon as I'm done scratching myself,
Okay, let's see what Homer 2 actually would need to sub 130 here. Okay, Homer's still doing the 4-1 again to kinda, I guess, redeem himself. Okay, I need like an 8 flat Homer 2 from Axie, which I don't think he has that in him. So Axie, he usually has like a 12-minute Homer 2, because he will lose 2 minutes just to 7:30, I think. So we'll see if Axie can redeem himself.
Watch it, Bart did it. I blame society. Mistakes were made. In your face. Woohoo! Reckless driving is my pet peeve. is adequate, but lacks passion.
I'm just gonna reduce my audio a bit because Axie's is kind of low.
Nothing lasts
We'll see
forever.
what he does for 7-2. I think Axie just does like he was like. Chat, do we want to see how I'm still practicing full on the side, or should I
Woohoo! All right. It was like that when I got here.
make that disappear so we can only see Axie?
Mama, lead means speed thingy.
I think judging by
Power plant, but I'm bored of this level.
I'm glad you.
yeah,
Sweet.
I think sub 130 is already impossible. Because he didn't do 7-2. We'll see how 7-3 goes. This is okay. The 7-3 on high FPS is not easy. And he's stuck on the cage. Okay.
Let's do this thing.
See if you can get it second try. This is a very awkward strategy.
That hurt because I didn't have a good down.
Does he get it? That looks good. Actually, I don't know what looks good in this game. On high FPS. I haven't done 7-3 in a long time. Oh no. Post 7-3 in the chat is not good. Maybe Axie should just learn 7-2. So he doesn't have to do this. He's gonna get this. This is the yes, nice. Let's go. That's really good. See, I don't know what strat. I think Axie just does regular traffic car out of bounds strats.
Nice alien craft.
Spooky Greg.
Now to just get out of the
Yeah,
path
he's
of the
running to.
tractor
Okay, I can talk about this. So the other, there's an alternate, easier version of Out of Bounds. So with Home of Steel, you saw the hard version. That's faster, with lots of like driving really fast with the zombie car to build up enough speed to leave
I wish I had a dog with a
the bounds of the game. Like jumping super high speed over checkpoints that would usually check if you're out of bounds. But this easier version is kind of, you essentially get the out of bounds once by bouncing off the wall with Frank's hover car, and then you just keep it for the rest of the run. So if you lose it once, you're kind of in a tough position. But you're just gonna keep it, and you have to talk to the race, the street race guy, zombie, to get your car back. Because when you start a race, your car spawns. And is that park good?
Chest pain. Having chest pain.
What do we think? Is that a good park?
Must never run again. I'm so talented and good looking. Ooh, Crashing time!
We're gonna find out here. I really like this strategy. It sucks that it's so RNG dependent.
Ouch! My bikini zone's chafing!
So he's turning around the camera here to try and get a better traffic spawn. He wants the coffin car, which we like to call Spooky Greg if it goes well, and Spooky Bob if it doesn't. Oh no. Okay, we did not get the park. So what's supposed to happen there is you park the car right at the wall so you can get back out of bounds, essentially. You can warp into your car which is out of bounds by entering it from inbounds. But if you can't do that, then you can't get out of bounds unless you do what Homer of Steel is practicing right now with the zombie car, which is very difficult. So Axie, whoa. And there goes sub 130. Goodbye. We're in plus 130 territory now.
Just call me Air Homer.
So I think that might also be PP gun for Axie. Does Axie do 7.6? I wonder. He kind of has because you can't really do bridge clip on 160 as far as I'm aware.
Oh, I forgot my mission.
So the only other way to do it is either inbounds or getting jump zone.
The ashtray was full of...
So we'll see.
Sweet.
This town is going to pay for this. Oh, like no! Dude, you better not have scratched my car.
Out of control!
Oh, bombs away!
Is he gonna get it? Okay. Is that jump zone?
Oh, that was too easy.
Yeah, no, he didn't get it. I think he parked a little too forward. It looked like he went over kind of the area where you wanted
Move
it.
Next time I'll hurt
Jump
your
zone,
feelings
7.6
too.
expert.
Yeah, mindless
Might be able to
destruction.
analyze that.
Oh, out of control.
Yeah, I think he parked a little too
One
forward, so he didn't get the
road
jump zone,
hog,
which
dude.
is unfortunate.
Take that, Springfield.
I would have liked to see him try it. Is you can attempt it again if you get the alien car to hit you again.
Like out of my way, walking dude.
That hurt.
All right.
But yeah, that's actually really bad because if you don't get it in 7.6, you don't get it in 7.7 either. Meaning you can't go for 7.7 jump zone. So we're doing a full
Hey,
inbound.
that's totally not supposed to happen. This town is
Now
going
there
to
are
pay for
some
this.
weird ways of getting out
Oh,
of
like
bounds
ow?
that are never used.
I've really got to
So,
learn to
like, I think
enjoy
one
my
of them
girl more
is
often.
Lawman. Bounce.
I'm going to mess you up.
If you play on 46 FPS, you can click through
Generic villains.
the main gate
No.
at the nuclear power plant to get out of bounds. Like the big door. You just drive through that if you're lucky.
Hey, that's totally not
No
supposed
human
to happen.
cookbook. Oh.
That was so painful. Where'd you get that? Let's do this thing.
And I think, yeah, you're able to like do a bounce off of. There's a weird bounce you can do off of the
Stay on target. Stay on target. Homer is losing. Homer's back.
bridge area
People
that enters the people zone,
Wait a minute.
where you can
That was an insult.
get on top of that kind of bridge thing, and if you charge up a E-brake boost, you can build up enough speed to get out of the void. So that one is also very random and very difficult.
It's harder than it is.
And you also have to do it before losing the race to the alien. So yeah, we're just gonna do out of
Get out
bounds.
of my way! Every minute might be my last. Oh, I missed myself. I'll puff out those dents with a good yellow onion. Now my story begins in 19-2. We had to say tickety, because the Kaiser had stolen our word 20. Oh, yeah. Stretch the legs and the crutch.
I don't know what
Never take me alive, I
Homer
tell
Steele's
ya.
doing on his
Never.
screen.
Please come back, I'm so low.
Don't look at that.
Good
We're
thing I
watching
don't
Axie
injure my strokey side.
finish this out.
I'll tear you a new corn shoot. Woohoo! Whoa! That adrenaline made me feel alive again. Come on, suckers!
Okay, Axie, I think he's just finished now, so he's gonna get a 136.
Ah, diggity, that was quick like flint. Let me check my underwear. Why me?
136.14. GG. Okay, and if the runners want to come into the voice call, I guess we could do an interview if they're up for it. Okay, no interview from Homer Steele. If Axie wants to come in, talk about his run, I don't mind. Hello, Axie.
Hello, hello. Yeah, that was a run. To be like 5 minutes off PB whilst getting like pretty much an inbounds Homer 2 isn't like it's my best race on Spirit Simpsons in a tournament. It's annoying, but yeah, it was a race. That's all right.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to talk about what one? Oh yeah, you had a better sellouts than Homer of Steel.
Yeah, my sellouts was fine. I got pretty good hits. I don't really think there was much to say about sellouts apart from it was pretty solid. My weapons wasn't solid.
Oh yeah.
I went like later than I normally do. I turned later than I normally do, but I still missed it. So that was yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, and that warp is really long. The pan in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, the panning is so annoying.
What else?
Trying to think what else would. I think a lot of this run can just be summed up with it was sloppy. Like, there was a couple of splits which was really bad. Homer 2 was basically inbounds. After I like missed it the first time, I just wanted to finish the race. You know, I had no interest in trying.
Oh, with
more.
7-6.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah, 7-6. I was just like.
Yeah, I get that. What else? I think you also had a faster 4-1 than because Homer of Steel had a. I think he failed the mission once, getting the coins, and then he tried to do like the new strat, where you get the donut truck stuck. We're talking about 4-1.
Yeah.
to get the donut truck stuck on the lard lads, but it didn't work out, and he had to like block it later down the road.
I lost a fair chunk of time in Curator. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Curator is a big time loss if you miss that.
Baby Van went horrible. I don't know if you saw my Baby Van. It was.
I don't remember.
It just kept spinning. It just kept spinning.
Oh no.
Every time I'd go to hit it, it just spun.
Was there anything in Part 2 that was?
Year 6-1.
Oh yeah, there's some.
6-1 was perhaps like one of the worst splits anyone has ever seen.
On Speed Simpsons.
I think I got it with 1 second to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I finished with like 1 second.
Yeah, it's always funny when stuff happens and you're like usually in a mission where the timer isn't like a big deal. If something weird happens and you almost fail a mission because of that. But yeah.
I just
sorry.
forgot. Yeah, I just forgot for route to go. I just went through a shortcut and went, hold on a second.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, just looking at. Yeah, I think everyone was kind of wondering what's Axie doing. Oh yeah, in before 5-1, I think.
Oh, my batteries ran out.
Oh, on your controller.
Yeah.
We were wondering what that was. If you were
My
getting
batteries
pizza
literally ran
delivery or
out.
something.
Yeah, no, my batteries ran out, and I had to quickly. It's a good job, like next to my desk, I have a drawer which has batteries in it. Otherwise, I'd have been screwed. I think I lost like 40 seconds there, just changing.
Yeah, that was a lot of time actually. So yeah, 136 isn't that bad.
No, like if we take out like I wanted a 134 this race. That was like what I wanted, 133, 134. If I'd got 7.6, I would have got it. I would have got a mid 135 if I didn't have to change my batteries. And there was a few other bits which were like rough but fine. Like 6-1 lost like 30, 40 seconds. So realistically, I
mean, you were basically
probably close to
on
PB.
sub 130 pace,
Yeah.
basically. If everything bad didn't go bad.
Yeah, like I had a few bad splits, but apart from that, it wasn't a bad run. And in the past, I've had a lot of runs where it was. I've had a lot of runs where I just haven't been able to come back from making mistakes, but this race was perfectly fine. But yeah, thank you for restreaming the race.
Thank you, and
Thank you everyone for watching.
thank everyone. Yes, and yeah, the next race is at 7 p.m. BST between Being of Universe and Zotan. So
I believe it's just been changed to IGTP versus Zotan because Being might not be awake, so they've just decided to
oh yeah,
swap it out.
so that's 7. Okay, IGTP versus Zotan.
Yeah.
Um,
It's yeah, but thank you everyone for coming. And yeah,
okay.
we'll see you then.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Okay.